Well, hello everyone. Welcome to episode number 2 of the 5-Minute Ramble podcast. I'm your host, Michael Watson, and thank you so much for coming back to the channel. I really do greatly appreciate it. Take 5 seconds. I know it's a lot. I've asked this before, but I'm going to continue to ask it. Please subscribe to the actual channel. It would mean a lot. And also, please like and share the video if you find it helpful. If you find it a mess, hey, feel free to share it as well. I'm open to actual constructive feedback, I guess you could say. So please share it, please comment, please like it, and then take some time to actually subscribe to the actual channel. If you haven't already, I actually already posted episode 1 yesterday. So take some time, watch that, and we're gonna, in episode 2, we're gonna actually discuss a little bit of the topics from episode 1. So if you haven't, just pause this, take some time, and actually go back and watch episode number 1. Look, it's around 5 minutes, give or take 5 minutes, depending on my overall rambling. But there's a couple topics I really want to kind of dive back into with you here in episode number 2. So before we get going, I need to have my psychic Megan hit the stopwatch. Are you ready? Okay, hit the invisible timer, and 1, 2, 3. All right. So, look, I think one of the major stories that's currently going on in this country that no one's really kind of talking about is the crackdown from big tech. And when I say big tech, it's Google, Apple, Amazon, anyone who has a major influence in the tech world. We're seeing it firsthand when it comes to the actual crackdown on free speech, particularly on the application Parler. So I mentioned in episode 1, Parler is kind of, it's an interface that I don't really like. It's an application that I don't really find helpful, to be honest with you. I do have an account, full disclosure, don't really use it. But they do pride themselves on being a platform where open speech, free speech, anyone, political beliefs, anything like that, are able to actually come there and speak their mind, which I'm all for. I mean, if you are an American, you should be for free speech, plain and simple. But if you have been watching the news of late, I think actually today, to be honest with you, Google, Apple, and Amazon have pulled the application Parler off the actual interfaces on all 3 systems. So Parler is pretty much on life support. And they'll be probably put into the dustbin of history here soon. So what should we do? What should America do? What should Americans do regarding this? Unfortunately, I'm not very confident that Congress will actually do anything, given the incoming administration. The next 4 years is going to be completely silent on this issue, unfortunately. Why? Well, if you look at the donors for the Biden campaign, that will tell you a lot. Google, all big tech, Silicon Valley are all hardcore liberals, and they're going to continue to back this administration and put pressure on Congress not to do anything. And to be honest with you, the Republicans had a grand opportunity under Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell years back to actually do something with Section 230. They failed. They let us all down. And, just like with the Democrats going forward, they are to blame as well. So, unfortunately, I'm not very confident that anything will get done. So we'll just have to wait and see. Best of luck to Parler. Rest in peace. I don't see that really, being around much longer. So we'll see what happens. But it's very scary. I think everyone should really take some time, pause, and really kind of take a step back and see the overall scope of this, because it's pretty dangerous. I guess in light of this crackdown and what we're going to actually see in the next 4 years under the Biden administration, it's kind of opened my eyes to 2024 for the Republicans. I know it's early, way too early, but I figured I would kind of go down this road with you, and I have 2 names that I want you to keep in mind. One, Ron DeSantis of Florida. I'm a big fan of Ron DeSantis. I think he's done an excellent job in Florida. He's been handling a lot of shit when it comes to the media. He's been doing great. He's been viral a couple times on social media, so take a look at those interviews. They are fantastic. The other name that I want you to keep in mind is Dan Crenshaw from Texas. He's been kind of vocal of late, especially with the riots in D.C., but his overall background is very impressive. Ex-Navy SEAL, injured in combat overseas, and he's just been fantastic. If you remember, he's one of the congressmen that SNL made fun of, and then they actually end up having to apologize to him. But overall, great man, and someone that I kind of look forward to, seeing his future. So those two names kind of stand out to me. The likely favorite everyone's going to talk about is the ex-South Carolina governor, Nikki Haley. I'm a big fan of Nikki, but she's a little too much establishment for me, to be really honest with you. But we'll wait and see. For the Democrats, Biden will be a one-term president. I don't see him. I mean, he's already pretty much a dinosaur right now. If he would serve out his full term, which is debatable, I think he'll be 82. So I don't see him running again. This will be Vice President Harris's limelight, which Vogue is already starting, I believe, their February cover on Kamala Harris. So Democrats, the media, will start grooming her for the 2024 election. So we'll see what happens with that. But those two names kind of appeal for me for the Republicans. One positive thing is Barstool Sports and COVID relief. So if you haven't had any time, go on social media, type in Barstool COVID relief. It's a fantastic story. I think they're up to $22 million. Hats off to Dave Portnoy and the entire Barstool team. I'll provide the link to the actual donation below on this video, but just take some time, read some of the stories. Dave's been really great on posting videos of small business restaurants getting money. So it's a fantastic story given what's going on. And that kind of that kind of leads me to my next point when it comes to state governors. If you take some time and read, there's several state governors that I kind of want to call out. One is J.B. Pritzker of Illinois, absolute moron, ruining my home state of Illinois, and I feel for everyone living in Illinois. His overall restrictions are just killing small businesses. So hang tough, Illinois. New York, absolute shit show as well. Mayor Blasio in New York City, but also Governor Cuomo has done just a terrible job managing that state. So those are the two that I kind of want to call out. Fortunately, I live in a state where it's been fairly open, great governor, very transparent, giving updates, during the height of everything on a weekly basis, and every single small business has been open. So very, very thankful for that. I wanted to update everyone on the Washington riots for my last part. Unfortunately, we had some sad news. We had an update on the death toll from that actual riot. So I mentioned in episode 1 there was 2. It's unfortunately up to number 5. 5 total people perished on January 6th. So it's a very sad story. But you'll start noticing now in the news that arrests are being made throughout the country when it comes to the rioters. So there is some justice coming for that, which is great news. On a very dark day, hopefully that overall justice will occur for those families. So that's about 5 minutes. I know I kind of rambled on a little bit too much. I really do appreciate your time. Like I said, take some time, subscribe to the channel, like the actual channel, share the channel, provide comments, feedbacks below. I'm accepting to anything. And if you want me to ramble on a certain topic, please provide that. Until next time, I'll see you later.